more purposeful to do than what I am doing in that given situation, that's all. So I can't be bored.
And that can be anything at all.
From frame to frame,
From frame
just the way this is functioning, the body. Huh?
Say when you eat breakfast, how do you eat breakfast
I don't-
differently from me?
No, same thing I eat. I don't tell myself that I'm eating breakfast, that I'm eating porridge.
Oh, these cornflakes aren't very good.
I don't care. The more preservatives they have in the food, the greater is the chance of preserving this body. The cream you brought, that's for a battalion we have there. Too much for me.
Well, you see, we can't eat.
Sinners go exactly the same way.
Yes, there's a sort
The
of myth
physical
that
body-
they don't, isn't there?
Huh?
There's a myth that they don't feel
That
the
they
pain.
don't, yes. Now it has become fashionable. You see, cancer is the fashionable disease for all the saints in our midst. Huh?
I haven't heard of that one.
Well, Ramakrishna died of
No,
cancer.
Krishnamurti died of cancer,
Yeah.
and Ramana Maharshi died of cancer,
Yeah.
and that man there in Bombay who wrote that book,
Nisargadatta.
Oh, Nisargadatta did.
died of cancer.
Yes.
That's why I'm asking my friends, should I die of any other disease? See that my death certificate carries because of my death cancer, otherwise
Yes.
I would not be recognized by posterity as a religious teacher. Not that I want people to recognize me as a religious teacher.
Feel pleasure at sex. Sexual feeling.
Sexual plea. You see, that's also part of the pleasure moment. You see, it is a simple biological functioning of the body. It has become possible for the humans, if I may use that word, to have sex at any time we want, only through the help of thought. So when once you turn that into a pleasure movement, we have created a problem there. See, I'm not saying anything against pleasure. As far as I'm concerned, denial of sex for any reason, for spiritual reason, or indulgence in sex is totally unrelated to their spiritual pursuit. That's all that I'm saying. You know, it's a biological issue. Sex, you see, in a situation like this, the whole hormones have undergone a very strange. This is an abnormal person. You see, this is an abnormal situation, and this cannot be a model for the rest of mankind. That's where we went wrong. See, they did not know why they could not have sex. Those people, assuming for a moment that they were all enlightened people, and so the whole body undergoes a chemical change. See, that means the nature has thrown this out. It has no use for nature anymore. That's why when I meet some of those people, pontiffs in India, who practice celibacy, I say, you are all committing a crime against nature. You see, what are you doing? Why it has become a very important factor in all spiritual life is because they could not, the teachers could not have sex. For this reason. You know?
Refugee, a lot of people have come to the conclusion or the feeling that ordinary sex, the way it's been practiced, is not the way to go. It's kind of too rough. So now they're doing a kind of tantric sex with a different kind of orgasm, much gentler and slower.
It's about the same. See, if they want to make a business, it's all right. You know, what is so tantric about? So when I heard this tantric center there in Rajneesh Center, I said it's a fucking club, sorry. Somebody asked me a question, what of love? I say love is a 4-letter word, misspelled. Why call it is tantric sex? What is so marvelous about it? The whole tantric business came into India as a reaction against the suppression of sex for spiritual reasons. They went too far. That's why you have all these temples and sex symbols. Every temple has all kinds of imaginable sex postures you have there. And so they translate all that and give some mystical explanation to that kind of a thing. What is so mystical about the whole business? I'm sorry.
When people are trying to get cosmic orgasms now.
Come on. Come on. What is so cosmic about it?
Sounds a difficult way to live.
No, it's very simple to live.
No, it comes
Very
automatically.
simple.
As
You
soon
are
as you ask
functional,
for
that's
it.
all. Thought is functional. It ceases to be the instrument of achieving, accomplishing, attaining anything. So the energy that is consumed with this constant demand to maintain the identity. That's why you dream, I don't dream. So the images continues. You are not actually sleeping, I don't sleep in that sense, like a cat. Sleep, wake up, wake up, you see, like that. There's no continuity there. So there is no way I can dream. The images don't exist even while I am awake. So how can I dream when I am awake? You are forced by the demands of the body to rest. This demands this. So I don't have to do a thing while I am sitting here. It cuts the sensory, it slows down. The sensory activity slows down. The eyes may be open, it sees nothing. Just for a fraction of a second. And then after that it becomes clear. That is the clarity I am talking about, not the clarity of thought. By repetitive process, our thoughts become very clear, and that's what we are interested in, the clarity of thought. But here, the clarity of the sensory perceptions, extraordinary clarity it has. You see, not that I can count every hair you have on your head, it sees the space between the two hairs. Through the help of a computer, probably it will be possible to prove that I am wrong if I give hazard a figure and say that you have so many hairs. It's not in that sense. You see, that's the clarity. This is a tremendous organism. Whoever created, there may not be any creator, it may have just happened that way. Tremendous intelligence it has.
Or the calamity, which we could tell you about afterwards. You did experience all sorts of states like samadhi.
Mystical experience, I knew that they were all thought-induced experiences. This can't be.
What do you mean by that?
This is not what I'm interested in. I'm still there. There's somebody who is experiencing these things.
You mean people when they say
The fact that you see, I experience and tell myself that I'm in a blissful state means that I have the knowledge of that blissful state. I may experience such extraordinary experiences for the first time. The fact that I recognize that as a blissful state means that the knowledge is there, the knowledge of that blissful state is there. That is the reason why I say, if there is any enlightened man, he can never tell himself that he is an enlightened man. He cannot tell himself that he is a free man. So how can I go around the world freeing people? I am not freeing people. I am not interested in freeing anybody. I am telling you, this is what I have found. If you want to listen, listen. If you don't want, it's of no interest to me. People ask me the question, why are you talking? Why not? You see, you are here, so I am talking. Why are you breathing? Why are you traveling? You see, I have traveled all my life. You see, I have no home. That's why I said, I'm a man with no fixed abode and no tangible means of livelihood. So, enlightenment, assuming for a moment that through some gimmick you will become enlightened, what will you do with it? It will have no use for you. It cannot be fitted into the value system.
Do we need a use for
I cannot. How can I thrive on the gullibility and credulity of the people, knowing very well that there is no such thing as enlightenment? You don't need any help from me or from anybody.
But what if I seek help?
That will keep you helpless for the rest of your life and the lives to come if there are any. In this area, if I am weak and cannot stand, cannot walk, we will all have to have robots very soon. Thankful to them, now they are doing everything, even helping doctors in surgery. I am looking forward to the day when I don't have to depend upon these so-called do-gooders. They feel this do-gooders high,
Do you think the robots, when they come, will be seeking enlightenment?
No. If you are ready to accept that you are no different from the robot, then all the problems are solved. For centuries we have been brainwashed to believe that we are not just machines. but that's a machine, it's a mechanical thing. All your actions are mechanical.
Well, thank you.